I know everyone dreams of a kitchen renovation, but it isn't always in everyone's budget. But that is where paint comes in. I'm going to use paint to transform this kitchen area, and then we're going to bring our new refreshing palette into the adjacent living room. And here we're going to do some simple changes, move some furniture around, but still keep to the budget and yet give the whole main floor a makeover. I am still always amazed at how transformative paint can be. With $300 in paint, we did the entire kitchen and the living room, and it just made such a difference. Now I used two different colors for the cabinets. For the lower cabinets, I used Revere Pewter, which is a nice warm gray, and I darkened it so that we could minimize the contrast with the old terracotta floor tile. Good tip. We saved the white, which is ultimate contrast for the upper cabinets. I used White Dove, Benjamin Moore's Advance, again in the satin finish. Also added some trim detail just to really upgrade the look of the cabinets and some new hardware. Now, to help with the budget, we used that same gallon of White Dove for all the trim and doors throughout the main floor. Now, talking about white, I had a little bit left and I used the white to upgrade the look of this buffet. The details were really nice, but it was actually wood veneer, so the homeowner did not mind me painting it and antiquing it. But what I did love was a solid wood top. I sanded that down nice and smooth to expose the oak grain, and now we have a beautiful and functional piece. Now, the one thing that I wasn't loving was the old black fridge. So luckily the homeowner had a white one in the basement, so we just switched that up so we were able to keep the designer happy. Now for the wall color in here, I used Brandy Cream, a nice blush tone that's very vintage, works really well with the eclectic decor. Now we painted out the old chairs, and it's amazing how this eclectic grouping now is unified with the White Dove. But to keep everything light and bright, one last finishing touch was to get rid of the blinds, to expose the view and add some simple white curtain panels. You don't always have to get new furniture to make a space feel new. In this case, we used the existing sofa, just brought it back to its original configuration as a sectional. This is a 30-year-old sofa, but I think we gave it a sense of new life by also changing the wall color behind it. Here I used Old Soul, a nice Benjamin Moore warm gray that's a few shades darker than the sofa, so it makes this feel like a lighter color, lightens and brightens it and brings it into the 21st century. Now by bringing it away from the wall, it gave us room for a nice arc lamp, which is very modern. And one thing you want to keep in mind when you have an older home, you don't always have a ceiling light fixture, so you do have to work with a few more light sources. Now the final piece for the sofa was of course bringing some new cushions. You can never have too many cushions on a nice big sofa like this. Now with this new configuration, we had to get rid of the rectangular coffee table, so we replaced it with a nice simple glass round, which helps to really show the pretty pattern in the new rug. It's a nice large rug that really anchors all of the furniture together. Now another thing that we did was move the china cabinet into the kitchen and replace it with this nice low dresser that was in the kitchen. Now this makes a nice little bar area, perfect for entertaining. Over here, we brought this nice antique piece that was under the window over to make a nice little TV viewing nook. Now the TV was in the kitchen, we brought it over here, but it's easy to swivel it around so you can still watch TV while you're cooking in the kitchen. Now one thing that always gets on my nerves is that big black hole. So what do you do with it? I like to do something simple like add black framed pictures. These are just the family portraits in inexpensive frames, and it really helps to connect everything together. The existing mirror was a perfect size for this space, but I didn't really like the gold. So I painted it out very simply with gray colors that helps to really unify it with the overall contemporary color palette, and I love how it works with this little antique bed.